Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and if this is your first time here, or you've been here before but have not subscribed yet, now is the time. And turn on a notification bell so you get alerted when I drop videos. And hit the thumbs up button for me, please, if you enjoy the video, and drop your comments. Definitely want to hear your comments. Well, the New York Knicks went to Indiana with only 3 games remaining in this incredible season. That's like this magical season. It's turned into a magical season. It's fantastic. They went to Indiana, and the Pacers were pesky. They hung in. They made it a little, it gave me a sweat. The collar got a little tight there in the fourth quarter, but the Knicks pulled it out. Yes, they were without Randle. They were without Brunson. And they were without RJ still. Did it matter? No. Because 3 Knicks scored over 30 points each, and they were all Knicks draft picks. Let's get to it. Here we go. That's right. Look at them. Immanuel Quickley, Obi Toppin, and Quentin Grimes, tremendous. Each scored 30 points. The Knicks won 138-129. Let's get to it here. I wanted to show you this tweet by Jonathan Wasserman, who is a draft guru. He goes by @NBA-DraftWas. He tweeted out right after the game, first Knick game tonight without Brunson, Randle, RJ. The 3 young assets New York held onto during Mitchell trade talks did Quickley, 39 points, 9 assists. Grimes, 36 points, 5 boards, 5 steals, 4 assists. Obi Toppin, 32 points, 5 assists, 5 made 3-pointers. That's right. And as you see, he retweeted his tweet from September 2nd of 22. Knicks wise to resist caving from Mitchell Donovan. Fantastic. But I will say this. Despite this incredible offensive output, Mitch Robinson was a big difference in this game. His defense was outstanding, even though, but the thing is, the perimeter was very porous. The Knicks allowed the Pacers to get into the paint. They're also one of the best fast break teams in the league. And listening to Clyde in the broadcast, they said that the Pacers, they're like this. They score a lot, they hang around, but then they fold at the very, very end. And that's pretty much kind of what happened. So Clyde knew his stuff. 36, career high 36 for Quentin Grimes. Congratulations, brother. He has been outstanding as of late. In the past 8 games, he's been phenomenal. And he's peaking at just the right time. He has a well balance of aggression, and also he's well balanced right now. He knows when to find someone who's open, when to cut. And one time there was an incredible 2 dunks, one by him. It was a great pass to him from, it was an inbound pass from Deuce. He cut in, dunked it, and then later on a fast break, delivered a pass perfectly to Obi Toppin, who dunked it as well. It was awesome. It was in the first half. Fantastic. I got highlights for you. I've got also an interesting set of stats to show you guys, because there's a possibility that the Knicks are a lot better than even we think. And I imagine if you are a Knicks fan and you are watching this and you're a fan of the Knicks-Verse, then you know that we believe in this team. But I think this team might be even better than that. In fact, let's get to it right now. Before we move on to the highlights and the actual stats of this game. Let's get to the juicy part up front. Here it is. I have broken out the season into 3 different parts. The top row is the full season of offensive rating, defensive rating, and net ratings. In the brackets next to those numbers is where the New York Knicks are in comparison to the rest of the league. For the full season, the Knicks have the 4th best offense in the entire NBA. Let me repeat that. For the full season, the New York Knicks have the 4th best offense. Now, the defense, though, 114.0, that's good enough for 19th, which is not really good. We got to get that up. But the net rating is what it comes down to. The net rating for the entire season, 80 games, 3.0 for 8th best. Now, to go deep in the playoffs, you have to have one of these or two of three of these have to be in the top 10 or even in the top 5 per se. Really, to be a team that be taken seriously, a team that could to get to a conference finals. So right there, the full season tells a story. But I broke it out even more because we know the team started out 10-13. Cam Reddish was starting. Evan Fournier was starting. So things were a little different back then. So I looked at, since Thibs tightened up the rotation and sat Fournier and Reddish since December 4th against the Cavs, the offensive rating has gone up to 118.9 for third best in the NBA. Then the defensive rating improved, 113.9 for 11th best. Net rating, made a huge leap to 5.1, a plus 5.1 for fourth best in the NBA since December 4th. That's a lot of games. But we all know what happened at the trade deadline. We all know what happened. Someone came from Portland, Josh Hart, the former Villanova teammate of Jalen Brunson. And look what's happened to this team since Josh Hart has come to it. A 121.2 offensive rating for second best in the NBA. Only the Sacramento Kings are better than them. And since December 4th, only the Sacramento Kings and the Sixers are better than the Knicks. And just barely. So we're talking about powerhouse type offense here. Now the defense, interestingly, since Josh Hart arrived, the defensive numbers have actually gotten worse. A 114.8 for a 16th best in the NBA. So kind of like right in the middle. Net rating, though, the net rating, which is the ultimate barometer for everything, has gone up to a 6.4, which is second best in the NBA. Second best behind only the Boston Celtics. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Knicks fans. That's right, Knicks Nation. Look at the trend right there in the net rating. From 8th to 4th to second best in the entire NBA. The offense has gone from 4th to 3rd to 2nd best during those tiers. Now, the defense is still a work in progress. So for the Knicks to truly be able, because, you know, defense wins in the playoffs. That's what everyone says. Well, we got Tom Thibodeau there. Tom Thibodeau is a major, he's going to have to really come through and get this team to tighten up that defense. But I will say this. Sometimes when the pace increases and the scoring increases, you know, the defense does take a hit. Now, this is in comparison to other teams, so we're right in the middle in terms of our defense. But I'd like to see that improve. If that improves, bye-bye Cavs. And, I mean, we're probably going to face the Bucks, so it's going to be tough. But who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky in the playoffs. Maybe we will get lucky. But this is something really interesting for you guys to note here, how good the Knicks team has begun in comparison to the rest of the NBA. Fantastic. I'm so proud of this team. I'm totally over the moon, guys. Totally over the moon. Let's get to the highlights. Here we go. The game got off to an interesting start. The Knicks were pretty much pounding the Pacers in that first quarter. They took a lead 38-29 in the first quarter, but then they kind of gave that lead back, and the Pacers won the second quarter 38-32. But then the third quarter, the Knicks finally settled down. They won that one 35-31, and at the end of the third quarter, the score was 105-98. However, you can see here, look, Knicks were up 22-9 at one point in that first quarter. Oh, look at that. Quentin Grimes, outstanding. Josh Hart got into a slow start offensively. That was his only bucket until the fourth quarter. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, the Pacers they're small, and they can all cut, they can all shoot, they can all handle the ball. And they're dangerous, and they're without Tyrese Halliburton, and Miles Turner didn't play. That's the play I was talking about. He cut in, Deuce fed him the ball, beautiful dunk, and then here comes the other play. Look at this one. Oh yeah, baby, that was gorgeous. That was gorgeous. Now in the fourth quarter, things got a little scary, because the Pacers went on a 13-1 run in the beginning of the fourth quarter to pretty much take the lead. and the Knicks were down 106 to 111. So they were down 5 points. And that happened in the first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. So you started thinking, oh no, is this, did the Knicks just run out of gas? They're going to have enough. The defense was just letting the Pacers do whatever they wanted to do. And TJ McConnell, who really is a pest for the Knicks. Oh, that was a beautiful play. I love that one. Nice feed. The passing was outstanding tonight. The passing was just a thing of beauty. The Knicks, let's see, what was the, how many assists? The Knicks finished with 34 assists tonight. Outstanding. And the Pacers ended up with 33, so there was a lot of ball movement in this game. It was actually a fun game to watch. It was just a little bit of a disappointment that the Knicks could not tighten up that defense and hold back the Pacers. They just kept coming. Yeah, it was that part was a little bit annoying. It was more than a little bit annoying. Let's see here. The lead. How many lead changes? There were 6 different lead changes. The Knicks. There were 13 ties in this game, so it was a very high-scoring, high-octane game. Look at Obi Toppin from there in the corner. Yes, beautiful. Well, back to the fourth quarter, and you're going to see the highlights here. So, Pacers get off to a 13-1 run to take the lead in the fourth quarter. But then the Knicks turn it around. With 5:43 left, the Pacers were up 115. The Pacers were up 118 to 115 off a Nwora three-pointer. All right, so just a little under 6 minutes left in the game. The Knicks proceed to go on the game-solidifying 12-2 run. So at around the 3-minute mark, the Knicks led 127-120, and that was pretty much all she wrote. That was it. That was the rest of the game. So the beautiful thing is that, and it was Immanuel Quickley who came in. He was resting. The bench outside of Hartenstein, even though Hartenstein had some good numbers, he wasn't as effective defensively as Mitch was in this game. And when you see the plus minus, all the starters were double-digit pluses in the plus minus, and the bench was not. So the bench, but again, if you look at it, we got Hart started. He's normally a bench player. Obi Toppin started. He's normally a bench player. So the bench was a bit depleted. That's what it called on Deuce and Fournier to give us. Yeah, Fournier played again, and he struggled once again. He's just rusty. He's not in game shape at all, and he better get it together because who knows what's going to happen when we go into the playoffs. Everyone's got to be ready. Everyone's got to be at their best, at their top form right now. So here it is. The Knicks, it looked like the Knicks were taking control of this game as the third quarter was coming to a close. Look at that. Grimes cuts. He finds Hart. That was, sorry. So Hart did score that towards the end of that third quarter. That was his, I think it might be his only three-pointer. And then Obi follows through. Beautiful. That was excellent. And the Knicks proceeded to score an additional 5 points. There we go. So this is the beginning of the fourth quarter. This is what I was talking about. Little turnaround hook shot from Isaiah Jackson to cut the lead to 3. And then I think a turnover happened there. Or no, actually it was a foul and they only made 1 bucket. But there's McConnell again. Deuce struggled trying to guard TJ McConnell, which is rare. We rarely see Deuce struggle with an individual player. Well, it happened today. Oh, he cut right through. See, you can see right there. That's what I was talking about. They took the lead 106-111 in those first 3 minutes of the game. But then Grimes cuts in, gets the layup, and that begins the 12-2 run, solidified by this put back Mitch Robinson off an IQ miss. So the Knicks were right there. The Knicks tie it up with 5 minutes left, 118 all. Oh, right there. Did he get the end one? No, he didn't get a call there. So now Quickley takes it back down. He scored. They scored there. And then now look at the defensive hustle right here. Nice little leak out by Obi. Boom, monster dunk. Knicks took the lead, and I believe that was it. The Knicks never trailed after this. Here's another leak out. Beautiful. Hart, nice find. The passing was outstanding in this game. The fast break, the pace was excellent. But we got to clamp down on defense when we have to. We got to get stops. So as you can see right there, Indiana tried to make a little bit of a run, but right here, Immanuel Quickley said, nah, it's over. It's over. Dance, my boy. Dance. I love it. My son! This was a great play. Watch this. Watch this. Yes. I think Grimes had like 4 dunks in this game. Outstanding. And look at that steal. I think this was his career high bucket right there. I think that's when that was his 36 points. Outstanding. Outstanding victory for our New York Knicks. Fantastic. So the New York Knicks are now 47 and 33. 47 wins. 47 wins. The Knicks reached the win total that I predicted at the very beginning of this season. If you watch that prediction video that I did, 47, and now they have a chance to get 48 on Friday and close it out against these Pacers back at Madison Square Garden to get the 49th win. I really want to see these Knicks close it out. I know that I think we've won 4 in a row or 5 in a row. I can't remember exactly, but we're on an excellent roll right here. And probably, I would say, I think Brunson, I would say Brunson should not play for the rest of the season. The last 2 games. Let's rest him. Same with RJ. Just rest him too. Let these guys just play it out. We're going to need them. They're obviously going to be our most important. Maybe RJ, if he's ready to come back, because he was just had an illness. He didn't have an injury or anything. So maybe he comes back so he can get back into game shape. But Brunson, he doesn't need to be out there. And either does Randle. And Randle won't be back for another week and a half, I imagine, another week or so. So this is the deal right here with these Knicks. Outstanding. Now, New York Knicks PR tweeted this out. Grimes, Quickley, and Toppin give the Knicks 3 30-point scorers in a game for the first time since March 24th, 1979. Williams, Monroe, and Knight. That is the 3rd time in franchise history. This is the 3rd time in franchise history this has happened. So this has happened since 1979. It's crazy. But scoring is up. 3-point shooting is the key. And the Knicks were unbelievable from behind the arc tonight. Fantastic. They ended up shooting almost 40%. They put up 46 3-point shots, connected on 18. And from inside the arc, they really, really filled it up. They finished with 52% from inside the arc, made 52 of 100 shot attempts. The rebounding was sensational, with Mitch Robinson getting 16 boards, Josh Hart pulling down 12. Obi, again, only 3 boards. We need more rebounding, Obi, but look at the assist column. 6 dimes for Obadiah Toppin. Excellent, excellent. He is filling in the role of that Randle normally does. He's doing it, except for the rebounding. That's the one thing. Got to get him up there. But look at the rest of the starters. 16 rebounds for Mitch, like I said, 12 for Hart, 6 for Quickley, and 6 for Grimes. Quickley. To think, and 3 guys all played over 40 minutes. 40 minutes or more. And Josh Hart played 37. Mitch played 30. It's the most he's played in a while. And as you can see, the bench struggled. Sims, there were a few minutes for him there. Deuce McBride was 1 of 6 overall. His shot wasn't looking good. His shot was looking good a little while ago, but recently, the past 2 games, he's been bricking a lot. And Fournier as well. Now, the thing is, there's just no rhythm for that unit right now. They haven't played together in a while, but the starting unit, they had rhythm. They were getting a lot of shots in rhythm. And I heard Thibs' post-game while I was prepping for this, and he said, the most important thing was Mitch, that he was a beast. His defense, his rebounding, his overall effort was outstanding, and it set the tone. But the shots, the offense, the reason this was clicking so well is because everything was in rhythm. Nobody was forcing anything, and that's fantastic. And you see it supported by the 33 assists there. It's bizarre to think that a Tom Thibodeau team could have basically the 2nd best offense in the NBA since the Josh Hart trade. That's outstanding. And overall for the whole season, the 4th best offense. Drink that in. Drink that in. Outstanding. Let's get to the plus minus. As I mentioned before, all the starters were plus double digits, plus 18 for Obi, plus 27 for Mitch, plus 31 for Josh Hart, even though he only gave us 6 points. Just typical Josh Hart. 7 dimes for him, 12 assists. 7 dimes, 12 rebounds, 6 points. delivers a plus 31. Quickley, a plus 27. 39 points for Immanuel Quickley. 32 points for Obi. 36 points for Grimes, which is his career high. He finished with a plus 14. Excellent, excellent game for the starting units. And here you look at the Indiana Pacers. They had, what did they end up? 8 players in double digits. They spread the scoring around. They were scrappy. You can see the minutes load. Only Nembhard and Mathurin played more than 30 minutes. So they had livelier legs. And even though the Knicks, I think that kind of impacted them on the defensive end, but don't want to make too many excuses. They got to clamp that down. Have to clamp that down. And Buddy Hield only played 22 minutes in this game for some reason. It must have been defense, because he just doesn't really give you any defense. So Rick Carlisle decided to forego him. I don't even remember him playing in the second half, actually, to be honest with you. Let's get to the team stats. Pretty much almost rattled off most of these already. Knicks won the rebounding battle, 52-37. And but look at the shooting that the Pacers put up from the three-point line. They hit 15 of their 30 three-point attempts. 50% they shot. So that's why they were so close. That's why this game was closer than it should have been. Definitely. Steals, we were a plus 7 in that. We had 13 steals in this game. 33 assists, 13 steals, 8 blocks. Oh, wait, how many blocks did Mitch end up having? Mitch ended up having 7 blocks. 7 blocks. So 8 of those blocks, 7 of those 8 blocks were from Mitchell Robinson. Outstanding for him. The turnovers, 18-17, definitely high for the Knicks. Knicks have been down around 13 turnovers per game, which is about like third or fourth best in the NBA as well. The points off the turnovers, we ended up being a plus 6 there, so that's excellent. Fast break points. Then, even though the Pacers are one of the best fast break point teams in the NBA, the Knicks ended up outdoing them in this game, 26-17. The same with points in the paint, 68-54. Outstanding effort. Well, mostly it was an outstanding effort by all the players, except the defense wasn't quite there. So, but again, we're giving up some size. We're definitely giving up some size when we don't have Randle in there. We don't have RJ in there. We give up a little bit of size, but against the Pacers, that should not have mattered. It was just kind of one of those games, man. They were feeling it. The Pacers were on fire at one point, and they just kept hanging around. But I would like to see the Knicks take care of business on Sunday against these Pacers. Keep them, I would love to see them keep them at about 100 points, 100 or less. That's what I would like to see. I'd like to see this team make an effort to really step up their defensive intensity in these last 2 games of the season. They need to go into the playoffs, end the season on a defensive high note. That's what I would like to see. The offense is there. It's clicking. They're very hard to stop because there's a lot of movement. They share the ball, and we have good shooters. Our shooters are finally coming alive. I mean, McBride. McBride is the one guy who we need him to do it. But Grimes, Quickley, Obi is hitting that three-point shot. Obi shot almost 42% from the three-point line. Grimes shot 38.5%. Quickley shot 53.8% from the three-point line. So that's the kind of offensive potency that we have. And remember, we still got Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle coming back. Woo! Let's look at this one more time. Are the Knicks a powerhouse? Are they a powerhouse? Yes. Look at that bottom line, since Hart is on this team. I am so proud of what has happened here in New York for us. We deserve it. We fans deserve it. And there is the proof in the pudding right there. Woo! Wow. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And, of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And share this video. Share it with other Knicks fans that you may know. And hit the thumbs up button for me. Really appreciate that. Turn on a notification bell and drop your comments. Want to hear your thoughts and feelings about this incredible team that we've got ourselves with now. Suddenly, I love it. Not even suddenly. It's been building all season long. They're just, the pieces are finally coming together. And this is what happens. Young players, they evolve as the season goes on. Quickley has evolved into the guy that I always thought he could be. He's fantastic. He's going to be 6th man of the year. I believe he's a top 10 type point guard in the NBA. So we got 2 of those, because Brunson's definitely a top 10 point guard. And then Grimes is turning into that Klay Thompson light type of player. Gives us that tremendous defense, the three-point shot, but his ability to cut and drive and still dish and find other cutters when he encounters resistance is changing the game for the Knicks completely. Obi Toppin is finally blossoming again. Well, not blossoming, but he's finally recapturing some of that late season magic that he had last year because he's given the time to play, and that's awesome. That might pay off in the playoffs because we still don't know. We're not for sure if Randle will be back for game 1. I heard Alan Hahn on the radio this morning. He was pretty confident that Randle would come back for game 1. I'm not as confident. I think he'll probably come back for that weekend. The next weekend after, which is games 3 and 4. I believe like the 21st, 22nd, whenever they play then. I think that's around the time. That's the 3-week timeline. And when I compared this injury to Kevin Durant's recent ankle sprain, he missed 10 games. He missed 3 weeks. So he missed an entirety of 3 weeks from the exact sprain to when he came back. So I think it might be a similar thing for Randle. I'm hoping. Hey, if he comes back for game 1, awesome. That'd be awesome. But Obi's going to play a key part of this thing. Everyone's got a role. Everyone's going to play a key part in this postseason. I'm so excited. All right, thank you so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. Please subscribe, and I'll see you around the Knicks-Verse.